All right, everybody, welcome. We are back after a long break from streaming. Um, we are doing the wild card round. We have the Chiefs, who we beat week 2. Pretty good game. Actually, let me go back and look because I think that was the first game that we might have had Sam Ellinger start for us. And what a fabulous job he did this year. He played really well for a rookie. Actually, no, we had Baker Mayfield play that entire game before we traded him off to the Patriots. So, let me turn that down. So yes, we have Sam Ellinger running the show. He ran the show all season. Did a great job doing it. Did his job. Kept us in the playoffs. Had a few tough games. That first loss to the Lions and losing to Jake week 3, then losing to the Raiders and be on this really long win streak, which was back-to-back loss to the Bengals and the Vikings. But we finished off strong. 4 straight wins, getting us into the playoffs, securing that spot. Let's take a look at the stats before we jump into this game. As you see, we had Ellinger. He finished with 4,100 yards, 39 passing touchdowns, 105 rating. Not bad for a rookie. Nick Chubb killed it, 2,000 yards, 19 rushing touchdowns. And OBJ, almost 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns on 55 receptions. So those are just our top 3 guys. We'll look at the stats after this game, as we will travel to Arrowhead, which is not, well, depends on how we play. It could be a great game for us. It could be a very bad game for us. And I think we're going to go with the all-whites. Maybe it's snowing. Maybe we can blend in a little bit. Sneak some stuff past them. So for the first time since 2002, we've gotten the Browns back into the playoffs. Yeah, it's been almost 20 years. Well, 2019 years if you just count that we're in the second year of this Madden franchise. So it's been almost 20 years since this team has been to the playoffs. Hope was restored for the Browns whenever we brought back good old Peyton Hillis, the coach. And we will receive in the second half. So we are ready to kick off here and face Pat Mahomes, and probably where he's at his best in the playoffs. This is going to be one of those games, I feel, that we are going to either have a really good game or a really bad game. Mahomes, you see, finished 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 4,100 yards. So the only thing he really has on Ellinger is that he's only thrown 8 interceptions compared to Ellinger's 21. But at the same time, Ellinger is a rookie. Yeah, whenever we drafted Ellinger, he was at a 62 overall, and I think after we upgraded him twice this week before this game, and he's up to a 68 or 70, somewhere in there. So he's a 70 with plus 2 morale, so he's at a 68, which I can live with. A few keys to our defense. We have Solomon Thomas has done a great job for us on the interior. Brought him in mid-season. The 2 outside linebacker rookies that we drafted, Rumpf and Gainer. Gainer's starting to get into the game. We're planning on changing our defense next year, just so that we can try to get these guys more involved and get them to progress. And that was a great stop by Denzel Ward there, knocking that ball free. So we hold them to a 3-and-out on the first drive, which is great. But we're trying to get some of these younger guys more involved. We're trying to keep building this team because where we're at now, I'm okay with. But as you see on their stats there, for starting only 14 games, I'll take those stats. But we're building this team. We have Chubb on the long-term deal now. We signed Njoku to a longer-term deal. So we have a lot of our guys that we absolutely probably need, because I don't think Austin Hooper is going to be in a Bengals uniform, or not a Bengals, I'm sorry, in a Browns uniform for very long. I'm going to try to work out a trade for him, get rid of that bad deal. As we start with Chubb, try to get Chubb running here early. Oh, it's a short 3-yard gain, but it'll do. Yeah, so overall, happy where this team is at, but it's still a building process in the long run. Let's try to get Marshall Jr. going. Marshall Jr. is also another rookie. I think we took him in the 2nd round of this last draft. And Ellinger just way off target. Yeah, rookie, first playoff game. He's going to be probably a little tense for the guy right now. You know, he has 20 years of woe in Cleveland, and he's trying to break them out of that slump. So he's probably a little wound up. So we're just going to try to get the chains moving, and there you go. See, I think that's what we're going to be our goal here, is just kind of work this through Chubb. Get the ground game going first. And then maybe once Ellinger, who's probably not used to the colder weather, obviously not, he's a Texas boy. So hopefully he warms up here a little bit. And we have Chubb going right up the middle, untouched, and brought down after a gain of 34. Brought down by number 27 there, Fenton. So that's what I think our goal is going to be here, is just kind of run the ball, let Ellinger throw when he needs to throw. But mostly just try to wear this defense down and try to keep the ball out of the hands of Mahomes as much as possible, if that is even possible. So I am not sure I like this play, so I think we're going to switch to a run here, go to the inside zone. And that did not work out at all. This Chubb will lose a yard there. Number 50 come in, and Gary Jr. Leave a nice hit on Chubb. Takes a 2nd down. And yeah, the Chiefs are a difficult team to play, definitely. And I think we're going to go back to the screen here. And we have the backup running back and technically the 3rd stringer. Don't know why he's in here. And our rookie right guard misses the block on Terry Matthews. So of course, you know, the Honey Badger's going to be there. You know, he's probably one of the better safeties in the game. So, you know, he's not going to miss on that play like that. So that plays us to a 3rd and 15. We are in field goal range, but we're going to, you know, try to, and this is just not good yet. There was nowhere to go. They had us covered. Anthony Hitchens with the sack, as we will follow. They're going to make us punt. I'm going to be okay with that. As we moved the ball a little bit, but we didn't get. I wanted to score in the first drive. That's on me. I should have had better play calling. As we will kick it into the end zone for a touchback. And Mahomes will come back out after that first drive that kind of led nowhere for them. And he will be in the shotgun, so I think we're going to switch to a cover 6 here. Try to cover as much of the field as possible. They have those fast receivers. And Mahomes just throws this one away, which don't understand how that's not intentional grounding. There's nowhere near, he was still in the pocket, even though he was on the move, I guess. But you know, anytime I do that, I get called for intentional grounding. As Tyreek Hill makes a good catch and run, cuts back. As we over pursued there. So that's on us. That was just a bad pursuit by us. I think we're going to try to blitz a little bit here. As Denzel Ward comes in and makes a great stop, but we do lose Solomon Thomas on that play. That's not a happy sign. As Reedy just didn't want to play, I guess, and we have a strained tricep, so we're going to be subbing in Randy Gregory, who was a free agent signing about the midway point. Whenever we lost Sheldon Richardson, then we lost whenever we lost Myles Garrett for a while there. We had to bring in somebody, so we did sign Randy Gregory and Solomon Thomas around the same time, just to kind of give us somebody to play in these spots. So hopefully he shows up a little bit for us. As Denzel Ward plays the ball really well against, don't know who that was, number 84. Who is number 84? I do not know who number 84 is. I think it's Nicole Hardman. No, he's 17. I don't know. And Myles Garrett almost got there for the sack on the Hums. But you hold them to a 3-4, and we'll make them punt again. So this has been a very defensive first quarter so far, which in some ways is great to see. Because there's been times this year where this defense has just been, well, I'm going to be frank, they were just not playing. Don't know what happened. They just kind of disappeared on me at some points in the season. But it's kind of nice to see that they're actually wanting to show up in the playoffs here. We're going to go ahead and hand this ball off to Chubb. And he traps the first guy, but gets taken down. But I think it'll be a gain of 4. I think that's, like I've said, that's kind of going to be the game plan here. Run Chubb. Throw a ball when we need to. Try to hit the playmakers. Ooh, excuse me. We're going to try to go ahead and OBJ here. And we do. And OBJ will get a nice game. So, 3 for 4, 22 yards to start after the first drive. For Ellinger. Try to see if we can get down here and score this first touchdown of the game. And maybe, just maybe, get the Colts reeling a little bit. But much easier said than done. As we run Chubb again, he gets about 2 on that one. And I think we're going to run it again with him. You know, they have that middle stacked, but at the same time, they also have, they have everywhere. As Redeems just doesn't block Chris Jones very well, I guess. I don't know, that's Madden. I don't even have an explanation for that. And I don't know who's covering OBJ over there, but I wonder if he's fast enough to cover OBJ. As I guess our left tackle decided to just not block on that one, just got beat by Tony. And that'll lead us to punt, but that'll be the end of the first quarter. Tied here 0-0 in the wild card round in Kansas City. So we're going to punt. And that's not really what I wanted. It just seems that in a way they kind of have our number when it comes to the running and the passing. But the thing is, they don't need to really. They just need to have the great. If they get that field position, they're probably gonna beat us. You know, Tyreek Hill is an explosive player. As Mahomes just runs around. You know, that's hate to say it, but that's the reason why he's probably one of the, he's damn near the best quarterback in the league right now, and those kind of plays is why. You know, he just get out of the pocket a little bit there, and he does his job. You know, he makes the plays, gets the ball to his guys, and lets them do their thing. See if we can get there. Who is that? 55. Can't think of his name right now. Sorry. Whoa. 1st and 10. A great stop, Mac Wilson. You know, he's been one of the bright spots for us this year. Thinking about maybe moving him to the middle next season, just to kind of Raquan McMillan's the middle linebacker now, along with Gator, and Rumph has been seen there. Just trying to figure out what the best move is for this team. As number 81 just plows through a couple tackles there. As this is continuing not to look, looks like the Chiefs might get this first touchdown of the game after our defense did so well in the first quarter. As McMillan comes up for the stop as we blitzed, and that should hold the Chiefs to the field goal. So first touchdown still not scored, but we do have a little ground to make up with a 3-point deficit here in the second. So we tried running, we tried passing, and we can't get a decent pass protection. Well, no, I'm not gonna say it's been bad. It's just been iffy there. So, you know, eventually we just gotta kind of wear this defense down. It is our best option. But, you know, these guys just fly around the field. You know, it's hard to find open space. You know, our runs have been getting shorter a bit. And I don't want to go back to the slant, but that was the only thing that's been open. Which, yeah, I knew this was going to be a hard game. It was the first time I played it. In week 2, I barely won that one. Touchdown was the difference in that game. And I think it's just we got to kind of go back to what we did best when we first started throwing with Ellinger. And at that time it was Baker. We threw the short passes, and that was what worked for us, was hitting the short and letting players like OBJ, and when we had Jarvis Landry, he's out for the rest of the season. You know, we had these guys that could make the plays. Because we're gonna have a blitz from the safety. As whoever number 50 is just comes across and just picks that up, as we just lost Treader again. He's back from the injury this week, and now he's injured again. So, of course, you know, all these time for these injuries to start piling up on us. It's going to be now. And Ogunjobi gets in there. Nice hit on Edwards-Helaire. As Treader will have a bruised shoulder, but we're going to let him take a breather here as we're on defense anyways. And this has just not been the start that I wanted out of this game. You know, it's been kind of a rough start for us. You know, we went 3 and out. No, we didn't go 3 and out, but we drive and then we just kind of lose it. Drive, we lose it. We need to kind of get consistent with our plays here. And McMillan makes a great stop, so that should hold either to a punt or a field goal. I mean, Butker has the leg, but they're going to opt for a punt here. And we need to start making better choices here. You know, it's only the second quarter. About 2 minutes left. We have time. But we keep making dumb mistakes, and we're not going to be long for the playoffs. So, well, here we are. Not much to say. Obviously, we hadn't had the game that we first really wanted. And this is why I don't like streaming during games like this, because I don't have much to say. And if anybody was actually watching this, they'd be like, ah, this guy's boring. But I'm just trying to focus. Because we have Marshall there, down the middle. Nice little pickup there. And we brought him, for a while there we had Landry running that 2 receiver. And I don't know why I did. I should have had Landry in the slot. That's where we put him eventually there. And as we get hit as we throw, and there'll be another pick thrown by Ellinger, as the rookie was just not having a good playoff debut. But it honestly comes down to we're not getting good protection. You know, our guys aren't running good routes. And we need to get fire in here. You know, this is a really, really bad showing for this team. And honestly, I might just cut this stream short here in the second half, just due to the simple fact that obviously I'm paying more attention to the stream than I am the game, and that's an issue. I'm talking too much. I'm not focusing. Yeah. Oh, Mac Wilson should have had that pick. I don't like any of these plays in this position. And we get there with Myles Garrett gets there for the sack. We're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Let them kick. So we get the ball back with a little bit of time left. If we can just make something happen, you know, we have a really good shot to, you know, possibly score before halftime here. But it's all about, we need to start moving this ball a lot better. As we will see the ball here. It's 40 seconds left in the second. 6-0 Chiefs. Has not been a good showing for our offense by any means. We need to go about 77 yards in 36 seconds. Is it possible? Yeah. But we gotta... As another pick, just... Oh... Yeah, it makes no sense. Usually any other time that ball is just batted up. But, you know, we've had three first half turnovers. And that's not a winning formula. That's not how you win games. As McMillan does a nice hit on Everett Solaire there, stops him short inches. And that will take us to halftime. So we were down 6-0 here at half. Ellinger's had a rough start to this game. 3 first-half interceptions. I'm not making smart choices. They're calling the right players against us on defense. So I'm gonna start talking a lot less. I need to focus here. Yeah, it's just really ridiculous. Good job, Olivia Ryan. You never said. No, of course. ODJ. Thanks, bud. Okay. Wish you were out in this game, too.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle before quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice tough run strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? I know it sounds really generic, it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And bring this up to the
Excuse me.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The ball is out, and there's a way to lose it. And this is picked up.
He's down.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He has been a
No way that holds up.
Security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Thought so.
After review the play, the running on the field is on first down. Now here's second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Now incomplete to Hill.
Nice hit, everyone.
Any defender can step up in front of them.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Dance into his left. Nice work to get set. And it's second down.
He was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided to better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him. That's going to be into a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes when you're in a game, you just got to stick with it. This is third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's a Hardman. And it's a fumble. And I think the Browns got it.
Yeah, when I see
Greedy. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. We are somehow fighting back. 13-12. And put your fours up and pray. The guy sitting back there and saying, yeah, we've lost another D2. That's great. Because, yep, this is one of those games of Madden. You know, there's always a good thing. You didn't really. Oh. Come on, Randoons, get out there. You're supposed to. Yeah. That was just. You know what? That was just piss poor blocking. I'm not even bothered. Kinda. Censoring myself on that. That was just. And he broke his ribs. He's got to come down with that ball. So do I trust my defense or do I go for it? Let's trust our defense here. I'm regretting this, but